wild. And now, here's the host of the show, Bill Cullen.
Thanks, Big Bryan. Hello there. Thank you. Thanks, Big. Hello, welcome to the Joker's Wild. It is our pleasure to have you here. I hope you didn't miss our last show because we had quite a few exciting wins take place. To tell you the truth, or why should I tell you anything else, we were in the midst of a game when time was called. So, Charlie, why don't you reintroduce our player?
Well, Bill, first our challenger from Jersey City, New Jersey, a police officer who's married to a woman from Greece, Bryan Masters.
There you go.
And our returning champion, he's a magician whose interests include writing and sculpting, whose winnings total in cash $3,000, Rory Johnston.
There you go. Well, we have a couple of very nice-looking gentlemen over there playing the game. We have our champion first, Rory Johnston. Welcome back, Rory.
Thank you.
Things have been going swimmingly for you here in the few days you've been with us.
Yeah.
Won 4 games. You got that car ahead of you. You've got $3,000 worth of prizes. Anything you want to tell me before we start here? Or anything you want to talk about? Your wife's still with you.
She's still with me. Due to have a baby any moment now. Each day it gets closer.
And when I say your wife's still with you, I mean by that your wife's still here at the show with you. Naturally, she's going to be... There she is, way there. And she's been doing a good job of cheering him on. And we have with us Bryan Masters, our new challenger, who's a police officer from New Jersey, right, Bryan?
Yes, sir.
Married to a Greek young lady who came here from Greece.
Very lovely young girl.
And is she with you here?
Yes, she is.
So we got both spouses. That's nice. Would you wave, please? Hey. So you see, it's sort of become a bit of a family show. Not that it ever wasn't. The score when we stopped, Rory had $3,000 in cash won so far. Bryan, of course, is going to try to win. Bryan, you're going to get yourself a spin. You have 100 on the board. Rory has 300 on the board. Now, before we spin, let me tell you this. The natural triple jackpot we add to each day, each time it is not one, we add a little more. It has not been hit for many days. Right now, if either of you get the same category with no jokers in it, just the same category, you win at that moment $12,500 worth of merchandise. There you go. Now, that takes care of that.
Okay.
Let's reestablish the categories. These are the ones you were playing with. Initials, Asia, television, action books, and finally, how low will you go? There you bid on how little information you will need in order to answer. So with 100 to 300 the score, Bryan from New Jersey, good luck to you as your spin.
There you go. Come on, natural triple.
Be a good thing to see. There's action books. How low will you go? And a joker, well, not bad.
So I'll take action books for 100.
You got it. In the famous book entitled The Red Badge of Courage, a young man named Henry Fleming tests his courage during several wartime battles. In which war is this classic story set, Bryan, for $100?
The Civil War.
The Civil War is the right answer, and you have 100 up there. All right, Rory, spin away.
Okay, here we go.
Rory's going for
Lot of
5
jokers.
wins in that car. How low will you go? Television and action books. 3-way split.
Well, I'll have television for 50, please.
On the 60s program, McHale's Navy, this actor portrayed an easygoing PT boat commander. During the 80s, he portrayed a crack helicopter pilot on the series Airwolf. For $50, what's this actor's last name?
Borgnine.
Ernie Borgnine, sure. 350 to 2, you're catching them, Bryan. We'll be back to pick up the game right after this for you.
And jokers.
Bryan spins. He has joker, action books, and joker.
Still, I'll take action books for 200.
I'm not surprised. I already had it picked out of the slot. Here you go, Bryan. In one of Rudyard Kipling's most popular tales, a 15-year-old boy is thrown overboard from an ocean liner, but is luckily picked up by a New England fishing boat. Complete the title of this 1897 action book for $200. Captain's what?
Courageous.
Sure, Captain's Courageous. We all read that one. So you're up there with $400. Now, Rory Johnston has $350, and, of course, Rory's going for his 5th consecutive win. If he gets it, he wins the car. So, Rory, it's your spin. What else can I say?
Okay, we need a good spin here. Jokers.
Asia. Initials. Initials again.
Go with initials for 100, please.
The government agency known as the SEC was formed after the Great Depression in order to protect people from buying unsafe stocks and bonds. Now, the initials are SEC. The S stands for securities. For $100, what does the EC stand for?
Equality Commission.
Incorrect. Brian, if you can tell me, before you answer, if you can tell me what the EC stands for, you win the 100 and the game and $500 right there. If you can tell me, what does the EC in SEC stand for?
Exchange Commission?
You're a brand new champion, Bryan. Congratulations. Now, one of the good things about all good game shows on television is sudden turnarounds. And boy, that was a quick one. That one almost passed me up. First of all, I congratulate Bryan on beating a very fine champion, and I'll be back to you in a moment, Bryan. Secondly, I want to thank Rory Johnston, a magician who does some marvelous tricks. We'll miss your tricks around, Rory, but it's been fun. You've been a good contestant and a lot of fun. We enjoyed meeting you and your wife. You leave us with $3,000 and our appreciation.
Thank you. It's been fun. It's been a blast.
Good luck. And back to Bryan, and congratulations to you, Bryan, and your wife from the beautiful country of Greece. I bet she's proud of you.
Sure she is.
Do you want to make her even prouder?
Yes.
Come on over here. You and I will play against the devil. It is amazing sometimes how quickly things turn around. And, boy, was that a quick turnaround, huh?
Sure was.
Well, Bryan, now, actually, Rory's been up here 4 times and never did beat the devil. He quit once with 800, which wasn't bad. You know you may stop at any time, Bryan. Take the money to that point. Or you may continue to go till you hit the devil. Get all the way through to 1,000 without seeing the devil. You win $1,000 and this prize.
Bryan just beat the devil on this game, and you'll have some wonderful prizes all sewed up. First, Bryan, to beautify your bedroom, you'll have the lace embroidery of this lovely bedding. This luxurious Crown Crafts bed ensemble features a country look with a trio of small-scale patterns in Wedgwood blue and ivory, exciting fashion from Crown Crafts. Then the lady in your life will do some fancy stitching herself on this ultra-modern sewing machine. A new home Nouveau 2018 E-Machine makes sewing easier than ever with its famous jam-proof top-loading hook system and super convenience features from the leader in innovation, the new Home Sewing Machine Company. Next, you'll create top fashions with these designer patterns. From Vogue Patterns, all you'll need to make this fashion-forward designer ensemble. Your couture fashion patterns and elegant fabrics make the exquisite affordable from Vogue Patterns. And finally, Bryan, on vacation, you'll shop for beautiful embroidery in the carefree resort of Puerto Vallarta. Enjoy the ideal climate of Mexico's beautiful beach resort, playground for young romantics and sun seekers. Sightsee in the beautiful countryside and meet the charming people on a trip you won't want to miss. Your round-trip air transportation to Mexico is provided by Mexicana Airlines. Mexicana flies more people to more places in Mexico than any other airline. They've got more going for you. While there, you'll stay at the Plaza Vallarta Tennis and Beach Resort, overlooking Banderas Bay. Poolside dining, water sports, and tennis. Enjoy the fun and sun from Plaza Vallarta Tennis and Beach Resort. This all-sewed-up package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,550.
That's pretty nice. That's all right. I didn't ask you, and may I ask you now, what is your wife's name?
Eva.
Eva is going to be here rooting you on, telling you whether to go or to stop, and you, of course, will be like all policemen, will be making up your own mind, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's your privilege. You know, of course, Bryan, you may quit any time you want. Meantime, if you decide to go all the way through, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ready for your first spin?
Yes, I am.
Let's see what he gets. 25, 50, and 25. It's $100. You may quit or you may spin on.
I'm going to go.
He's going, Eva. He spins. He has 150, 75, and 25. That's $400. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm going to go, Bill.
Bryan's going. Okay, courage in the face of action. Well, you hardly would have wanted to stop at 450 anyway, and
At least get halfway.
Yeah. You got yourself the devil up there. You do have yourself a win. You're our new champion. You have $500, and we'll be back in just a moment. Introduce a new opponent. Would you watch this, please?
It never
Here's
fails.
Bill.
Hi, thank you, Charlie. Well, Bryan Masters, our brand new champion. He's right there with $500. He has a game one toward the 5 he wants to win. And if you're ready, Bryan, we have a new opponent for you.
Well, born in the Philippines, she's a secretary who enjoys Polynesian dancing, Rosie Domingo.
Good luck.
Hello, Rosie.
Hi, Bill.
I'm very happy to have you here.
Why, thank you.
When Mark Smith, who's with our show, heard that we had a secretary from the Philippines, he asked me to ask you if you used manila envelopes.
Oh, I do many times, yes.
Yeah, I just thought I'd ask you, and I wanted to... well, what do you do? What are you doing over here, Rosie?
Well, I'm a secretary right now, Bill, but I plan to become a stockbroker, hopefully in about 8 to 10 weeks.
My goodness, that's good, and I hope you make it.
Thank you.
My stockbroker, if things keep going the way they're going, will be a secretary in 8 or 10 weeks.
You got it.
At least I hope he will. Are you married or single?
I'm single right now, but I hope to become. I hope to get hitched in about 3 weeks.
Wouldn't that be nice? You'd win a lot of things up there for your hope chest, huh?
That's right. My
Okay.
hopeless chest. That's what my mom called it.
She said it. I did not say it. Okay. If you're both ready, let me show you our categories. These are the ones you'll both be playing with. They are rhyme and riddle, food and drink, baseball, Disney, and bid history. Bid history is sort of fun. You bid on how many questions you want to answer. You win money for each answer, but you have to complete your bid. So, natural triple jackpot again if either of you get 3 categories the same, excluding jokers, worth $12,500. Nice thing to win. Ready to go, Rosie?
Yes, I am, Bill.
Good luck. Rosie Domingo. Spin away.
Come on, Joker.
Well, there's 1, 2. Wow. For a moment, I thought you might do it. What do you want to do?
I'll take food and drink for $200.
Don't blame you, Rosie. One type of Russian soup is made primarily with beets. It can be served either hot or cold, and is often served with a spoonful of sour cream. For $200, name this Russian beet soup. Do not help.
The only thing I could think of is souffle.
No, now, hey, Bryan, if you can answer this one, you did this to our champ last time, you win the 200. What kind of soup is it? Time is up. I know both of you are going to know the answer when you hear it. Borscht. Russian borscht. Yes. All right, Bryan, you're ready to spin. At least I hope you are. Good luck.
Come on, jokers.
Let's see what he gets. Food and drink, baseball, joker to use where he wants.
Bill, I'll take food and drink for 100.
Okay. The Latin word, where will I get this out of the slot here? The Latin word for calf has come to mean the meat taken from a very young cow. This tender meat is the main ingredient in a dish called Wiener Schnitzel, or Wiener Schnitzel. For $100, name this type of tender meat.
Sausage.
No? Hey, Rosie, you can pick this one up if you can name the type of tender meat taken from a calf.
Frankfurter?
No? I must say this, both of you up here, food is not your big category. It is veal. Veal. So we'll be back here and spin again in just a moment, but right now we thought maybe you'd like to watch this. Both of our players have a little trouble with the food category, so when you're up there, you can root against the devil. Now you can both root against the food category. Good luck to you, Rosie. Let's see what you spin.
Come on, Joker.
There goes Rosie's spin. Joker, Disney, and a joker. Well, that's...
I'll take baseball for 100.
You're going to take your jokers off the board and take baseball for $100. Okay, we'll put Disney away. I had them all out ready for you to try. Here's a $100 one. During his long career, this slugger hit a record 755 home runs and played in 24 All-Star games. His first name was Henry, but he was also known by the nickname Hammerin' Hank. For $100, he was Hank who?
Aaron.
Sure, you got your categories. Okay, Bryan, baseball did it for Rosie. Your spin.
Come on, jokers.
Here goes Bryan, Disney, bid history, and Disney again. What do you want to do?
I'll try Disney for 100, Bill.
In October of 1982, Disney Enterprises opened an experimental community of tomorrow in Florida. This attraction cost $1 billion and contains many innovative ideas for living in the future. For $100, Bryan, what's the one-word name of this Disney center?
Epcot.
Epcot is right. For the record, Epcot EPCOT stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Boy, that's a high-flying title. Okay, Rosie.
Come on, Joker.
Rosie spins baseball, Joker, baseball. And she likes that subject.
Bill, I'll take baseball for $200.
Okay, you're both on a roll now. Since 1973, American League teams have used a special player who bats in place of the pitcher. This player is known by the initials DH. For $200, Rosie, what do the letters DH stand for?
Designated hitter.
You did it again, Rosie. You're up to 300. Bryan.
Go Jokers.
Food and drink. Rhyme and riddle. Rhyme and riddle. What do you want to do?
Rhyme and riddles for 100, Bill.
Okay, rhyme and riddle for 100. Complete this rhyme and riddle with the name of a television character, Bryan. That's your task for $100. On Saturday Night Live, he'd barely survive being flattened and squashed at will. His little clay form so tattered and torn, he's the venerable, crushable, wee Mr.
Bill.
Right, that's it. 300, 200. Rosie, you're spinning.
Come on, Jokers.
Rosie has bid history, food and drink, and Disney. Well, three-way split.
I think I'll take bid history for 50.
You'll take bid history for $50. Now, you can attempt as many questions as you want at $50 apiece with a minimum of 2. So what is your bid? You must complete the bid in order to get the money.
How about $100?
In other words, two questions,
2 questions.
50 apiece. Okay, you must complete a two-bid question. Here's number 1. The first Tsar of Russia laid the groundwork for much of that country's present-day policies. However, he was nicknamed the Terrible because of his cruel and ruthless tactics. Name the Tsar known as the Terrible for your first bid.
Ivan?
Ivan is right. It was Ivan the Terrible. And here's the one. Now you're going for the $100 by completing this, your second question. If you miss it, Bryan gets a chance and he picks up the 100. He was the father, history's the category, he was the father of the Kennedy clan, one of the wealthiest men in the United States. In 1937, he served as U.S. ambassador to Great Britain. What is the first name of this famous Kennedy to complete your bid and pick up the 100?
Joseph.
Joseph is right. Joseph Patrick Kennedy. Okay, 300 to 200. Bryan, you need a spin to catch up. 400 to 200.
Come on, Jokers.
Bryan's down 2. He has a joker. Another joker. Baseball. Well,
Bill, I'll take baseball for 200.
baseball for $200. If you answer it right, you tie the game. Here we go, Bryan. Big one for you. In the 1941 baseball season, a Boston Red Sox outfielder compiled a .406 batting average before joining the Marines. That was back in 1941. That splendid Boston batter for $200 was Ted who?
Williams.
Who else? Who else indeed? Ted Williams. 400 for Rosie, 400 for Bryan, and for you at home, this. We'll be right back. Bryan, once we got you away from the food categories, you two really started whipping it up again. That's about all we have time for this session, so we'll call a halt with 400 for Rosie, 400 for Bryan. Bryan's going for his second win, Rosie for her first, and the natural triple jackpot today was worth $12,500. Get back here next time. It's going to be worth even more. Thank you ever so much. We'll see you next time on The Joker's Wild. Goodbye.
You're in control of the board. Pick a category.
$10,000. Here's your first up item up for bid. From television, $10,000. Here's your first $100,000.
Game Show Network. Have you played today?
Keeper's teacher in.
Joker's Wild is a Jack Barry and Dan Enright production.